Tudor Games and Electric Football presents Playbook Illustrated with your host, Coach Kenshin. All right, coaches, let's get started. Once the players are set, ball in play, dead ball, scrimmage rules go into effect. These involve actions just before the snap or kick and basic understanding of how the ball becomes dead. All formations on every down for both teams include a maximum of 11 completely inbound players on their side of the neutral zone, space no less than half base width apart, and no two eligible receivers stacked within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Remember, coaches, a defensive player is an eligible receiver. The additional requirements for the offensive team scrimmage formations include all players base within 20 yards of the line of scrimmage, minimum 7 players within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, eligible receivers must be on each end of the line. Any player within the horizontal plane of the center is on the line for spacing. Player receiving snap must be within the vertical plane of the center with the front of the base no greater than, for runs and passes, 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. For punts, 15 yards of the line of scrimmage, and field goals, 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. A quarterback under center is not counted for stacking. The other 3 players can be placed anywhere within the offensive zone. Just understand their status after you place them. Stacking has different meanings in different leagues. In advanced gameplay, it is the placement of a player's base directly behind another on a front-to-back vertical plane. This is the vertical plane of the front player. This is the vertical plane of the rear player. If they are in line, they are stacking. This is stacking. This is not stacking. Simple, isn't it? Remember, all members who can receive a pass or a kick is an eligible receiver. The lines and zones during the playing of a scrimmage down are the line of scrimmage marking the spot of the ball for the offense, the neutral zone where no player is to be in before the snap, the offensive zone where the offensive team can adjust any new runner following an intended completion, but the defense can only pivot unengaged defenders. The defensive zone where the defense can adjust any unengaged defenders, but the offense can only pivot any new runner following an intended completion. The offensive backfield or pocket area where direct handoffs are made, and the pitch zone where a pitch to an eligible receiver is completed. Both teams can adjust all unengaged players on loose balls and change of possessions. Special gameplay while putting the ball in play are the quarterback, punter, kicker, initial movement at snap cannot proceed toward the line of scrimmage. The quarterback, kicker, punter's pivot may be at any point on its base to avoid a rush when attempting passes and kicks. A tackler must remain on its base to tackle the runner, and fakes, changing a play from a scrimmage kick to a scrimmage play, are counted as one audible. A ball becomes dead or end of down in electric football when simply the runner is tackled, runs out of bounds, turns around, or scores a touchdown. The team receiving a kick fails to recover or advance it, and a live ball leaves or touches the field of play unless stated elsewhere by the rules. There are 3 procedures in electric football to execute a run play: 2 runs and scrambles. For runs, call run,
Set,
state the number of the runner in the offensive backfield.
run.
If the player is not the quarterback, run the play. If the player is the quarterback, start the play, stop the play, announce keep or pitch to the new runner. The defensive
Adjust.
team pivots any unengaged player and adjust in the defensive zone, then run the play. Or, for scrambles,
Set,
call pass, start the play, stop the play with the quarterback in the offensive zone,
scramble.
announce scramble. The defensive team pivots any unengaged
Adjust.
player and adjust in the defensive zone, then run the play. Special plays are for those moments when clock management is required, but the offense is required to have a legal formation and snap before any clock movement. These are the spike and kneel plays. In a spike or kneel play, the offensive team announces spike or kneel. The players are not on side. The 1-minute play clock starts and both teams set up together. If the defensive coach has any substitutions to make, now is the time to make them. By the 40-second mark, the offensive team completes setup with the quarterback under the center. Then, before the end of the play clock, call spike or kneel, snap the ball, and run between 1 and 3 seconds. This is what it looks like in electric football.
Spike, spike,
Playbook Illustrated is brought to you by Tudor Games and the Friends of the Miniature Football Coaches Association. Meet one of them at www.electricfootball.com.
All right, coaches, that's a wrap.